Jungkook stood in front of an office building with a coffee in his hand. He was dressed sharply in a suit with his hair perfectly styled, enhancing his already charming features. He stood there typing away on his phone before he tucked it in his pocket. He advanced towards the building, but suddenly a lot of reporters started to encircle him. He was a famous personality, a model who had worked with many famous brands and had been ambassador of a lot of most expensive ones to exist. He has rocked every ramp walk and every fashion show. He was an extremely royal celebrity, which brands had to work hard to get hands on. But he disliked one thing. This, exactly what was happening right now. He was polite, extremely polite and kind, but sometimes he wished he could walk down the roads like a normal person without getting attention. He had personally told the guards not to follow him as he just wanted to visit his wife, but seems like it was backfiring at him. The reporters circled around him, caging him, and all of them were pushing each other, trying to get their mics in front of him. They all started flashing cameras at his face and started to ask questions like, "Why are you here? When is your next show? Whom are you going to work with next?" All questions came one after another, and he started to feel suffocating despite being a professional in handling such events. Jungkook, thank you for appearing here. I really appreciate it. But I would like to have my manager answer to these questions. It's very hot today, don't you think? Shall I buy you all a drink? He joked a little, which thankfully eased a little tension and the suffocation he felt. Before it started again, they all started to throw their mics at him again, which made him lose his balance, and the coffee fell off his hand, spilling all over the floor and his clothes as well. Suddenly, someone pushed through the crowd, and Jungkook saw it was his wife. She was holding an umbrella and wearing sunglasses as she wore a black outfit that made her appear a cool, professional lady. She stepped in front of Jungkook and suddenly made a circle on the ground with the metal tip of the umbrella. It was a faint scratch, but the purpose was visible. As the umbrella swiped to the ground, the reporters automatically stepped back to avoid getting hurt. She then turned to them and removed her glasses. Vian, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but if anyone crosses this boundary, I am going to sue them for trespassing my property without my permission and harassment of a respected person. Vian, oh, you didn't harass someone? I see some signs of it, however. Spilled coffee, messed clothes, touching him without permission, and surrounding a celebrity on a private schedule. There are two people doing their job there. He is respectful, while it will be appreciated if the other side provides the same treatment. Of course, the reporters got quiet, yet the camera flashes continued, and no one dared stepping inside the boundary. Wine knew she was going to be in every headline because her husband was famous as ever. But she didn't care. If she sounded ridiculous, she was really going to sue them for disrespecting him. Jungkook was a celebrity and he avoided being rude or harsh, but she was not, and she didn't give two damns about the world. Maybe no. Who are you, miss? One of the reporter asked. Wine took out a card and extended it forward, which was instantly taken by the reporters. Wine. I am the owner of the building you're standing in front of, and Jungkook's wife. I urge you all to leave the premises before I call the security. Thank you. They widened up their eyes at the declaration of her reality being the supermodel's wife, and instantly shot more pictures of her before the security arrived and they were pushed out of there. That sarcastic smile disappeared from her lips, turning into a scowl as she turned towards him. Wine, I hate them, and I hate them for a lot of reasons. She took out a napkin and started to wipe Jungkook's coat. He was looking at her with soft and proud eyes this whole time since she appeared before him. Jungkook, babe, you know it won't work like this. They are going to add 100 negative points to your sentences before putting out articles over this matter. His voice was soft when he said it. Wine heard it like it was the least thing in this entire universe that might matter to her. Wine, you know, I genuinely don't care about the world's opinion. Professionals and entrepreneurs work for my company. Such things won't ever affect it. Wine, all I wanted was my message to be clear. They cannot, for heaven's sake, enter my property and for God's sake, disturb your private schedule ever again. Because if they did next time, they are getting behind the bars for being stalkers. Jungkook chuckled and took the napkin from her hand. Jungkook, it's fine. I'll just change. I brought you coffee though. It got ruined. Wine. Seems like you'll have to get me a new one. Jungkook. Aye, madam. He removed his coat, holding it in one hand, and wrapped his other arm around her waist, pulling her close and pecked her lips. Wine fixed the collar of his shirt, pulled onto his tie a little harsher than needed, giggling when his breath got stuck. Jungkook, God, when am I getting used to these sudden, uninvited attacks? Wine, never with me for sure. Jungkook, I am in. as long as it's with you forever. She smiled and then he took her in his embrace, breathing into her scent, which provided peace to his heart as the two left for coffee and spent a good day together afterwards.